Hey everybody, Graz here from the GKBC. AJ's behind the camera. Uh, and I'm here to give you a TBR for February. These, how many books do I have here? 8 books. 9 really, but one's part of a longer project. These 8 books, in the Brian Lee Durfee fashion, are the books that I absolutely 100% guarantee that I will try to maybe, hopefully, possibly read in the month of February. One of which is already done, because I'm doing this on the 8th. So, but I'm just going to go through it real quick. And if you like any of these books or have read any, and don't like them, let's talk about it. I'm always open for a conversation. But first up, we have a Read What You Own shelf book. It's called Straight Outta Deadwood, and it's edited by David Boop. And it basically has short stories in it, the Weird Wild West short stories, and some of the names in here are Charlene Harris and Stephen Graham Jones and Mike Resnick. So that'll be interesting. Another Read What You Own shelf book is Lovesick Blues: The Life of Hank Williams by Paul Hemphill, whatever. And that's a penguin. I think this might be my only penguin. Haven't really been on the lookout for them, but if I see one at the used bookstore, I'm probably gonna pick it up. But yeah, I think that's my only penguin. I've got 4 books from the Read What You Own shelf. This is another one. It's Go Ask Alice, A Real Diary by Anonymous. And I looked this up, and it's not actually nonfiction. It's actually fiction. But it'll be interesting. This is one of my mom's favorite books. She can't wait for me to read this. Look at them old red edges. I don't know if that's coming across in the shot, but here's a modern book, so that shows you the difference. That's pretty cool. And then the next book from the shelf is 8 Perfect Murders by Peter Swanson. Now, I have read a Peter Swanson book before. It was Every Vow You Break. And I'd like to, after reading it, I wanted to break my vow of nonviolence against the author because it was so bad. Just joking, but it was not very good. So those are the 4 books from my Read What You Own shelf. I've also got 4 books on my Kindle, well, the library app on the Kindle, that are from 1975. I'm not going to go over those. At the end of the month, if I do a wrap up, which I probably will, then I'll go over those. I just don't want to set myself up to, I'm trying to get in a little slower this year. Now, the other 4 books that are huge potential hopefuls. One, I'm on page 112 already, and it is Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. This is part of the daughter and mine, our special Bronte project, our conspiracy theory, and Jane Eyre is book 1 in that. I have to say I'm really enjoying it, and I mean really. I didn't know if I would, but so far it's been amazing. My Beatles book this month, because if you remember, if you watch my project 2024, whatever, I said that the daughter was going to pick me a Beatles book every month to read. And this month is Blackbird, The Life and Times of Paul McCartney by Jeffrey Giuliano, with an introduction by Denny Lane, who just died. Denny Lane did. So he's awfully young on the cover here, Paul is, so I'm sure that this isn't real up to date. Okay. Then I'm going to read The Troop by Nick Cutter. I got a pile of books here next to me, and one book, like every month I'm going to pick one book from the pile. And I've been really wanting to read this. Found it at Target a couple months ago, or Walmart, I think Walmart, and I've really been wanting to read it. So, and then the book for the reading list project that I'm doing under Kim Cat at the Paper Traveler is was The Kite Runner by Khaled Hosseini. And this is also a movie, and I've already finished this. This is the first book I picked up. Well, that and Jane Eyre. So that's pretty, and I liked that. I have yet to have a book in the reading list project that I did not like. Matter of fact, they're all rated very high. The reading list, Time Traveler's Wife, To Kill a Mockingbird, Rebecca, The Kite Runner. I mean, so, and then Wicked Pluto and I are doing a read-along. I convinced her, because she wanted to read Don Quixote. And, but you know, it's a huge beast of a book, and it's easy to get intimidated by the looking at it as the whole journey. And I said, hey, I got an offer for you. Let me get this, and when it comes at the start of February, we read a chapter a day, and then by sometime in April, I think it is, we'll be done with it. And she said, deal. So I got my own copy. It's the Modern Library, complete unabridged Don Quixote. And this version is from 1950. And it's, like I said, the Modern Library edition. And this is Ozell's revision of the translation by Peter Matteau, whatever. But so that's not going to be in a wrap-up until April probably, but that's also something I'm working on. And we are, today will be chapter 5, the 8th will be chapter 5. So and I've also started a 1975 book called Richard Bolitho, Midshipman by Alexander Kent. Which is okay. There's a lot of ship knowledge that I really didn't need, but it's still kind of interesting to learn it, I guess. Knowledge is never a bad thing. But that's my TBR hopeful for the month. Also continuing on with the Harrow County read and the Marvelous team up with Tad. And we're getting close to a new one, to being done with Harrow County and moving on to a new book. And one other thing that I'm actually reading this month is actually with the book club, the GKBC. We are reading The Colorado Kid by Stephen King. And we have read the first 6 chapters. And that is all 4 of us, the daughter, AJ, the girl's mother, and I. Excuse me. Let's see, I'm trying to think. Well, I guess that's all I've got that I'm reading, or that I'm going to try to read and am reading and have already read for this month. Last year I got carried away with I can break 25 to 30 books a month, and you know, all these numbers. And this month, I'm just kind of picking up what I want to read when I want to read it. I'm not getting hemmed in by too many projects. There are a couple here that I'm really enjoying. And, you know, I'm just... And it's actually a little more fun. So, again, with any of these books, if you've read them, whether you like them or not, let me know. Let's talk about it. If you want to read any of them, let me know. We can set something up. I'm always down for a buddy read. I might not always do a video on the buddy read. Depends on how much I appreciate the book. I couldn't bring myself to make a video on Station 11 or Lonesome Dove. Well, I guess I did make a short on Lonesome Dove, but... But yeah, let me know what you think of this, I guess, eclectic list. And do you like my 1950 modern library book? I do. I love how on the inside of the dust jacket, I have to show this awesome book from 1950. And you're never going to be able to read these, so don't try. But inside the dust jacket is all of the modern library books. I mean, on here, there's some like, here's James Michener and Herman Melville, Moby Dick. Let's see if there's any, H.G. Wells, Homer, Herodotus, O. Henry. Rebecca's on here from Daphne du Maurier. So it's kind of a neat extra treat for a book that old from 1950. Well, my copy's from 1950. The original book was written, I think, in, I don't know, what is it, 16 something? But there we go. That's my TBR. Looking forward to what you guys are all reading. I'm working my way through the TBRs of my subscriptions. Been slow on my commenting. I apologize for that. But I'll see you next time. I'll probably try and do a wrap up of January. I think I read 9 books. So until then, I guess read more.